Okay, so this is going on YouTube as well. So the question you need to ask yourself, okay, you're coming to become a cloud security engineer. Now, how many labs have you set up for yourself? Do you understand? When it comes to environments, how many labs, how many environments have you set up yourself in terms of cloud? Now, what's that problem solving for an employer that's going to bring you into a company? Now, how can you even talk about this? You can put this on your social media talking about certain case study where that skill set is needed. And this is where CTOs or let's say CEOs or chief operating officers are going to point out and be like, oh, we actually need this kind of person to come and join us. Do you understand? Now, when you show actual solutions to problem, or when you demonstrate your skill sets to people, that would guarantee you more jobs than you writing certifications alone. You see, you can write OSCP, you can write CompTIA Security Plus, you can write CompTIA Pentest Plus, and you don't even know what it means to protect a product in timing applications. Do you understand? Because the skill set that it requires is not in the certification, it is not in the curriculum. Do you understand? So now it requires you to learn more than what you would learn normally. So let's say you go through your curriculum, you're going to, let's say, do module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, module 5 till module 12. You need to now ask yourself, okay, what problem can I solve for a real recruiter or for a real employee? And then you build towards that. Now, that would now get you into, okay, I need to work on a particular skill set. Now, if I'm doing vulnerability assessment, how do I itemize my findings? How do I show a proper proof of concept? Now, after doing this, how does it help an organization work towards compliance and audits? These are the things that they are going to be asking you for. Now, if you're carrying out a proper pen test, they're not going to ask you, oh, when you want to force a directory, what are you supposed to use? Although some technical recruiters might ask you those questions, which are good as well. But at the same time, they require you to have an actual skill. They don't want you to just have certificates and come there. It's not helpful. You understand? You also need to ask yourself, can I demonstrate my skill sets? Do you understand what I mean? Ask yourself, can I demonstrate my skill sets? When they ask me to talk, like to do what I can do, can I do it? When they give me a lab to hack into, can I actually do this thing? So when you build more of your skills, it's going to help you get a job than just certification. And one thing you also need to learn is communication. I'm also learning that as well. Know how to communicate or know how to explain solutions to people clearly. And this is what I mean. So recently, I was helping an organization with increasing their secure score on their cloud environment based on Microsoft recommendations on what they already have. So you have a couple of assets, apps, services, virtual machines, key vaults, all manner of stuff in their cloud environment. And here is the thing. I started working on the secure score at 53%. And I was able to push that secure score from 53% to down to, let's say, 75%. And you know, one thing is when we wanted to discuss this with, should I say, I'm looking at the best word to use, C-suite people or the C-suite stakeholders. You don't just come to them and say technical things. No, know the right person to say what to. And this is what I mean. So I was able to increase the secure score to, let's say, from 54 to 75, which is a good one, but it can be better, right? Now, you need to present where the secure score was before, what you did to make that secure score better than it was, not in technical terms, now in business language. What could have been the risk of you not doing that thing to that business? Do you understand? And explain what the current score is. Now, what am I trying to say in essence? Know how to explain solutions clearly to people. You must know how to talk to people properly. You don't just come to them and say, oh, my technical skills is this and this. And nobody would listen to that, trust me. But if you know how to use the right words to get people's attention, you are good to go. Now, somebody can be doing a pen test, and somebody would just, oh, I do security pen test for companies, and somebody else would be like, oh, no, I do security assessment of products for businesses, preventing them from certain attacks from attackers, and also helping organizations meet up with industry standard requirements. That is very different. At the same time, I am a pen tester, but what do? I do security assessment for companies' products to protect them from what? From attackers. right? And also help organizations meet up with security audits and security requirements. Trust me, nobody will listen to that and will not pay attention to you. And how do I mean? You see, this is going into, let's say, a bit of networking. You need to know how to network with people and know the right words to use. You need to speak into, if you don't want to be speaking into a camera, you can get your screen. What do I mean? You can get like a glass in front of you and know how to speak to people. Communication is key, and it is the key to growth in business, in ethical hacking, in whatever field you find yourself in cybersecurity. Now, I'm talking about just one unconventional way you can get a job in cybersecurity. Now, examples of skill-based entry points: build and sharing your own vulnerable labs. Now, if you're able to build labs or you're able to crack labs, know how to write the story, right? See, a lot of people have been writing technical story. Come up with another niche that a lot of people can relate to it. It's not just about coming there and saying, oh, I was able to hack into this machine, or you completed a room on try hack me. No, it's not about that. It is about how that is relating to other businesses and how they will feel like, okay, now that you've hacked into this room or you've hacked into this lab, what does that translate into in an organization? Do you get? You don't just come and tell them you've done any technical. Nobody listens to that. To be honest, nobody listens to that. I think yesterday I got to discover one thing, which is penetration testing and ethical hacking rules are becoming contractual. And this is what I mean. They are becoming contract roles. They don't become full-time role in an organization. If you see an organization now who has about maybe 2 pen testers, the rest are defenders. And what I mean by defenders, security engineer coming up with implementation that can protect the organization, all manner of stuff. Now, how do you key in? Because the entry level now is not even becoming entry level anymore. You need to come with value to the table. Nobody will listen to you if you are coming there with peanuts. I'm just a technical person, social person. Nobody will recruit you, trust me. Nobody. Because you need to have value before anybody will even say, okay, come into this organization and come and work. Now, learn to write blog posts on soft tracking and out the box challenges. So if you had any issues even during the course of you trying to hack into a room, don't try to be the perfect person. Tell people about it, right? Okay, I fumbled at also thing. Then this is my proof of concept. Explain it the best way you can. I don't have a template. It's not like I'm giving you a template. I will say you should write it this way, or no. Of us, for those of us that cannot come up with writing like effectively, you can use AI, you can use ChatGPT, you can use DeepSeek to come up with write-ups. But now you don't just go to ChatGPT and say, oh, I completed a room on so thing and so thing, and I just want to. No, you would. There is a way you spice up your prompts that will give you an accurate thing at the end of the day. Do you understand? One other thing is you need to learn to contribute to open source security tools. Not everybody can do this. Even me, I don't think I really have the time to contribute to open source. But the little chance I have, I think I will do that. Do you understand? But for me, contributing to open source is a big way you can get your way into the industry. A lot of people would listen to you. You get to connect with a lot of people, because even open source security tools are not written by babies. They are written by top people there. Now imagine you are adding to it, or you're making contribution. Now this is based off knowledge that you know. I mean, things that you know, and you can get recommendations from there. You can get called to come and do certain things. Do you understand? Now, the next thing is building project and portfolio. Now, examples of projects you can showcase: a security audit of a small website. Now, you might be like, how will I even get a website to do security audit for? Please, let me tell you something. You can write up to any company. I mean, any company. Draft a mail. Tell them you want to carry out a vulnerability assessment or a vulnerability scanning for their website. And it is totally free. Do you understand? Tell them it is totally free. And you would write a proper security audit report for them, and you will send it to them when you are done so that they can patch their vulnerabilities. Tell them it is totally free. See, it will cost you nothing. Do you understand? Now, if you're going to do this and you're going to communicate with any company, let it be the CTO. I won't say the CEO, because most of them are always like business-sided guys, not like the technical guys. Now, the CEO, the CTO, you can also copy the CTO, CEO, and let it also be what's it called? The lead engineers there. They would listen to you. So now you can get it. That's for if you're looking like for a small website, you want to do like a little bit of let's say security auditor. Now, you can also write scripts to automate reconnaissance and vulnerability scanning, right? Now, if you are involved in any CTF, know how to write this properly to people, and also know how to push these repos to your GitHub, so that a lot of people can also see your repos on GitHub and come with and they get to okay, can anyone hear me? Hello. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you can leave.
Thank you. All
Yeah,
right.
with them breaking and coming back.
Yeah, sorry about that. So now let's talk about. I also want to emphasize on something. A single GitHub repo or a blog can sometimes beat 3 certifications. Now it depends on how you write it. It depends on how you put it out there that you're working with certain set of people, or these are the things you've done. It depends on how you put it there. But it's going to beat, let's say, less than 3 certifications, because you're actually telling your own story on what you have done so far. Do you understand? Now let's talk about personal branding and community power. You see, the next job you're looking for is not in the hand of someone you know. It's coming from a total stranger. Do you understand? The next job you're looking for is coming from a stranger, like someone that did not know you. I got my first job from a community, and it was a thing of um hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michael, and I'm looking for an internship in cybersecurity. And someone replied, Michael, please send me your CV. Now, at this time, I've mastered how to write CVs. That's one. I have attended job interviews that I don't need. And this is what I mean. You see, I think some people should know me by now that I will tell you one thing: when you start out in cybersecurity, apply for that job. Apply for that job. You see, the least they will tell you is, well, sorry, so thing and so thing happened. I've gotten more than 10 rejections in a day. Now, what do I mean? You see, let's assume out of 10 people, one person called you for a job. Now, you don't have the skill set yet, right? You apply for the role, you got the role. You know what I mean? You got the interview. And when you go to the interview, you don't really know what to say. You were nervous. You made some mistake, you flopped, right? Trust me, you take home some lessons that you yourself would know within yourself. Okay, these are the things I should have done, or this I could have done this better or in a better way. Now that's the lesson for you. Do you understand? You take that lesson. Let's assume you go into another job interview the following week. Now, I don't know how aggressive you apply for job, but trust me, I have AI that writes my CV for me for role-based, for role-based, what's it called? Job descriptions. So let's assume I'm going to apply for, I don't just apply for all roles, I apply for security specific roles, and I look at the JD, and these are things I can do. I don't just use one CV to apply for multiple roles. Now, these are just key takeaways, not on personal branding and community power that I'm talking about. Now, I would take that AI, I would tell that AI, I already have a base resume, which is proper. And I'll tell that AI to rewrite my resume to match this job description. Now, that would make it easier. In less than 20 seconds, 30 seconds, I already have a fresh resume that is matching that role. Then I use it to apply. Do you understand? Then I use it to apply. So once I apply, now imagine I was doing this aggressively for the next, let's say, in a day, because applying for jobs is even a job. I don't know if anyone knows. applying for a job is a job. So let's assume you're applying for, let's say, 30 jobs in a day, and give or take, that's 210 jobs in a week, right? It won't be bad if you don't get tired. See, it won't be bad. I can guarantee you. 2 people will call you for interview. That's out of 210 people in a week. Do you understand? That's out of 210 people in a week. Now, there's some jobs that you will not apply for directly. You have to reach out to somebody, talk to the person. Oh, are they looking for social person? Bam, you get a role. You can get a role like that as well. But I'm talking about like you just applying. Indeed, apply. LinkedIn, apply. Simply Hired, apply. Glassdoor, you apply. You know, all manner of, all the places you can see to apply for jobs. You applied. Now, if 2 people should reach out to you, let's say you fumbled 2 interviews in a week. Trust me, by the time you get to your 6th and 7th interview, you'll be solid and you'll be good. Now, what do I mean? Back to my story. I got into the interview, and so before then, I have my resume and I have something we call an accomplishment list. So my accomplishment list already had a list of things I've done. Trust me, there were more than 10 things I have done right before I even got my first internship. And I finished the interview. I already know how to position my resume on the screen. I already know what to position, where to position. This is the call in one corner. This is my face here, and I'm speaking, right? And when I finished the interview, the person interviewing me, which was my manager, then told me, Michael, I have 2 slots, and I'm giving you one on this call. So it was not a case of 2 interviews or 3 interviews. I did 1 interview, and I got the role on that call. So the next thing was, okay, HR, this is the person we're picking for this. It remains 1 person, and I'll reach out to. So you get. So the zeal was there. It was not just because, see, trust me, at this time, I don't have any certification. The only thing I had at that time was course completion. I completed a couple of courses on Google, Coursera, I don't know, all manner of courses, but I know what I was doing. Do you understand? And now, this is the power of community, because I got that role through a community, Nigeria Security Force, back then, way back as 2022. Right? Now, that is me emphasizing on community power. Now, we have series of community out there. CyBlack is there, Cyber Safe Foundation is there. I think within Cyber Safe Foundation, we have Cyber Girls. We have which other one can I even come to think of? Okay, I would say Cyber Prowess, I would say Cyber Kairos, I would say which other one can I even come up with? There are a couple of communities out there. Oh, this thumbs up thing. There are a couple of communities out there that are really doing well that you guys can meet up with. See, if you want to go far, go with people. If you want to go fast, go alone. Now, that's something I got from one of Tinubu's call video I was watching this morning. So, what am I trying to say in essence? You need a community to grow, and you need a community to grow. Like, I would say, if you want to grow fast, you must know how to do it properly. Do you understand? You must know how to do it properly. You need a community to grow. Now, back to personal branding. You see, you need your LinkedIn. I use LinkedIn like I'm using WhatsApp. Although some days it's very difficult for me to keep up. I won't lie. Even showing up here, talking to people, is very difficult for me to keep up sometimes. But you see, if you are consistent, at the end of the day, it's going to help you. There are other people you would meet, you would never think of, oh, I never knew I could meet this person. I met a couple of people through networking. I've been working with a couple of people now because I was out there. Like, I'm saying this from experience. It's not even like, okay, somebody's telling me, and that's why I'm sharing it here. No, I'm a living testimony of networking. And funny enough, let me now give you this gist. You see, cybersecurity is something around who you know. If you know, you know. Let me leave it there. If you know, you know. Cybersecurity is around, is even around now. I mean, it's around who you know. Now we're talking about, I won't even say Nigeria again, everywhere. It's about who you know. Because you see, it is considered a professional service. And nobody is willing to bring in an intern to come and work with them. If this person is not there to vouch for you, like, oh, I know somebody that can do this. Trust me, they are not willing to give you the money. They are not willing to give you that money. Do you understand? The cybersecurity is already looking like who you know. Yes, it is who you know. Because nobody would bring you in for a professional service and they know you are an intern. The moment they even hear intern, you are not getting the work, you are not getting anything. I did not say connections. I'm just saying who you know. I don't know about connections. It is just about who you know. Do you understand? And this is not me saying, oh, you must be 100% good, perfect. You don't want people to criticize your work, and you do. See, you need to throw away that shame. Come online, talk. If you are not, if you can't write, do video. Look for the best way to do the videos. I'm looking for ways I'll just make myself very identical. If you think of purple and yellow is Michael, that is one thing I'm doing for myself. Purple and yellow is Michael. Check LinkedIn, it is Michael. Anyway, you see this purple and yellow, this is my brand color. Now I'm thinking of adding little spice to it, but sooner you guys will see it. But what am I trying to say? Personal branding will take you places. It will take you places. No doubt about that. Now, also attend events. Some events you have to see these days, you have to pay for events. I mean, actual event, like very good events. No, events are not free. Gone are the days where events are free for students. Please attend events. Join cybersecurity forums to discuss things. Attend events. If you are in Lagos, you're lucky, although you have to pay for them. Now, tell Kaba, most of that tell Kaba is happening by October, and I think the ticket is about 35K or so. See if you can save up, get it. Now, by the time you save up and you know you are hungry, by the time you go there, you want to talk to people. You are not there to go and listen to just the whole event. Stand up and move around. Talk to people. Your money is in someone's hand. I'm telling you this because I'm not here to lie to you that, oh, we're doing this because of passion. Bro, you need to eat. I need to eat. Your money is in the next person's hand. You don't even know that person, but you need to network to meet that person. Do you understand? So that's what I'm talking about. You need to meet up with people, either online or offline. You need to meet up with people. It is very, very important. I can't even emphasize that enough. You need to meet up with people. You are an introvert, you are not ready. You will know. Body will tell you. Do you understand? You will know. Only if you have connections already. So I don't know. But you are introvert, you are this, you are, bro, forget it. The introvert self, they are putting themselves out there where it is necessary. You will learn. Do you understand? So volunteer your skills for NGOs, startups, or local business. Now, this is what I mean. When someone like TechAbout, Moonshot by TechAbout now, they need volunteers. What do? Apply to be a volunteer. See, you will have access to some places. And this is what I mean. Last year, 2024, November, I had the privilege of speaking at Google Dev Fest. And ask me that who had access to the speaker's room or to the speaker's lounge. The volunteers. You will meet people. And these people, you will not meet them just because you are coming to the event. Because the tag that you will be given you can have restrictions because of the tags. Trust me, I've been to events. I think I was at one event recently, and I had to upgrade like my tickets. Even after upgrading my tickets, there are still places I cannot go to because of my tag. But if you volunteer, you will move around and you will move anywhere, and you will get closer to speakers. So imagine someone like Inyola Aboeji, this co-founder for Andela, came to speak at an event, and you are the one removing his microphone. Bro, take your shot, please. Do you understand? Oh, so I work in cybersecurity. While you are removing his tag, I'm so thing and so thing. You would practice it already. You already know what to say to these people. Don't go there and fumble yourself. Do you understand? Attend this event. If you can't attend them, if you can't even pay for them, please volunteer. You know that you're not paying that 5K, but you are there as a volunteer, and they will take you through the process of the whole thing. Do you understand? They will tell you the whole event, the itineraries of the event. You will have it because you're a volunteer. You will be there with the speakers. You can have access to the speakers now. You get to see these people, country heads or country managers. You will see them. You'll be so shocked how they will even relate with you. These people don't have the strength or voila like that. I'm using Yoruba now, sorry. I just have to come out, bro. So what I'm trying to say in essence is personal boundary is very important. And for you to meet up with people, you already need to have something on your page. You already know what you're doing. You're consistent with all your posts. So it's not that you're asking for your LinkedIn now. Your LinkedIn does not have any posts. I'm sorry. Nobody will listen to you again. You have starting. You don't have anything. Sorry. You need to go and start again. Do you get? So everything is working together. Everything is working together. Now, if you usually talk in communities, people get to know you. Now, from getting to know you, they might be like, oh, what's up? We want to do so thing and so thing. Are you open? Now you join. Once you join, one person already know you, one person can vouch for you. You won't even start, sometimes you might not even start out as a security person. You might start out as an instructor, volunteer instructor for like, okay, teaching cyber security. From there, people start vouching for you. This person is reliable. You can work with this person. You see, I've received calls where, oh, Michael, so person needs also thing. Send your resume to this person. Bro, that's it. That was it. Do you understand? So you can do this, and it's going to land you a role eventually. Trust me. You just need to stay consistent and manage your expectations. Right? Now let's talk about one other thing: freelancing and bug bounty. A lot of Nigerians are getting into Hack the Box, Hackrowd, and the likes, which is great. But you know, salaries are not guaranteed, so it's not bad. But one thing about bug bounty is it gives you reputation. Over time, you would have reputation. And if you have reputation like, oh, I'm on Hackrowd, I have about, let's say 6 stars or 7 stars, or you know, just something statistics. Even there was a time somebody was telling me that, oh, Michael, I feel like if you want to work in cybersecurity now, you guys brag based on stats. And I said, yes. I will check my tracking today. I'm on top 2%. I think 18,000 plus. It's not bad. And you know one funny thing about tracking? You know one funny thing? It's very hard to come to the top. Now, these days, it's very, very hard to come to the top. Even the people at the top now, they're not even working as hard as people that are still trying to come up. You know why? Let me give you the gist. There are new rooms that have more points. For you to score those new points, now a lot of people are doing old rooms that have no points for you to even come up. But now there are new rooms, and those new rooms are actually hard. So you need to double your game to even come up on top 2%, top 5%, top 6%. Do you understand what I mean? Now, if you tell somebody, oh, my name is so person, I do so thing and so thing, and I'm top 30% on Track Me, a well-known platform for cybersecurity learners. Trust me, that will stick. It will stick on them, right? And it can be, oh, this person already have something they are doing. They already have a place they are practicing, so they know what they are doing. Then they can bring you in. So now I mentioned bug bounty, freelancing, and one other thing I also want to talk about, although I'm supposed to practicalize it, but I won't do that because of, I don't know, I don't want to go for anybody or any target. So this is the thing. If you're also looking to land a role, it's on my LinkedIn. I mentioned it earlier. I said you need to know how to get to CTOs and CEOs who are, let's say, they are like a startup. And you know why I'm targeting startups? Startups will give you that advantage of expanding your skill set because they don't just need you as a pen tester. They need you to become so many things. So you will wear so many hats. And you know one thing in cybersecurity, it is good to wear so many hats, but initially focus on one. So don't misquote me. It is good to wear so many hats eventually, but focus on one and not too many hats. You understand? But try to understand the basic concept behind everything. You don't need to know how to implement immediately, but know the basic concept behind everything and know how to talk when those kind of topics are coming up. Do you understand? So I think that's it basically. I talked about the traditional and the unconventional pathway, which is degree certification, in internship and job. No, we don't do that again. We need to start going through project, personal branding, community involvement, freelancing, Hack the Box. I said Hack the Box, bug bounty, then probably land a role. You might even land a role even immediately after personal branding, but it's very, very important for you to know you need to be very consistent to keep doing all of these things. Now let's move on to the power of skill over certificate. We've talked about that as well. You need to ask yourself, can you solve problems? You need to ask yourself those questions. Now, can you demonstrate your skill sets? If you can't demonstrate it, what are you doing? And you know one thing about this thing, you need to be very strong on yourself. You can't be dulling. Let me use the word. You can't be playing around and be like, oh, I'll do this tomorrow. You need to stay consistent. You need to like be there, like, yeah, I'm doing this intention. Like you need to be very, 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 very intentional about your skills. Okay, now I've learned social engineering. I know how to implement social engineering. Now let's talk about information security awareness training. Can you do that for businesses? Now, what is the impact of your training on a business? Why should they bring you on board to become an information security awareness training person? Can you handle corporate trainings? Start learning. You see, you feel like the technical side is the main thing, but at the end of the day, when you get to the business side, no promotion if you don't know how to communicate with business stakeholders. So while you're learning the technical side, know how to speak to people as well. Can you demonstrate your skill set? Can you clearly communicate solutions to people? You see that communication of a team. Till tomorrow, HR is still assigning trainings for me on communication. So I'm still learning as well. Do you understand? But it's getting better over time. You need to ask yourself these questions, right? Build and share labs that are vulnerable to people. Tell them how you were able to work all of these labs. Write blog posts on Track Me and Act the Box. Put it out there to people. It will cost you nothing. As a matter of fact, I have reminders for LinkedIn posts. Do you understand? So this is coming from me. Oh, I learned this from social person. Or no. Keep putting yourself out there, because you know why? Even the people at the top are putting themselves out there. Now, how many times will Elon Musk tweet in a day? You think Elon Musk is not looking for people to work with? Or you think he's not looking for targets? Or he's not looking to put his product out there? So please try everything possible to put yourself out there. Now, build projects and portfolios. That is what will count for you. Build projects and portfolios. Now, they are very simple page builder. You can use Canva to even design a page for yourself. Put it at the bottom of your you can create a public website, right? You don't have to use like a perfect name. It could be, let's say, michael.netlify.app. You can push it on Netlify. Now, there are even AI products or AI agents that can code your website for you, and you will just edit the content within the website and just publish it out there, and you push it on Vercel, and then you put it out there for you. Do you understand? So because of my time, I won't be able to like go into the technical, the practical side of things. But for those that are understanding what I'm saying, you need to take this seriously. And I'm not even kidding. Nobody would hire you if you don't know what you're doing. Nobody. I repeat, nobody. Okay, can anyone hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Yeah.
Hello? Okay. So you need to put yourself out there. Powers of skills over certificates, building your personal project, and also personal branding and community power. It is very, very important. And please don't be scared of sending emails to people. Please, that code DM, please send it. The highest thing they'll say to you is no. Message people you admire. Like, you see, I've sent message to a couple of people in Microsoft. Now, not just because I want to get a job in Microsoft. No, it's because networking with them is very, very important. Right? It's not about you trying to get a job. Most times it's not even to get a job. Just network with them, know them, talk to them. Now, if there are other things you're trying to achieve, they will tell you better ways to achieve them. Or you can even seek mentorship with some of these people. It will help you. It will give you an edge over every other person. So I think that's it for today's session. So I'm just going to talk on actionable roadmaps, right? I'm just going to talk about actionable roadmaps, starting from someone who is willing to learn cybersecurity or starting out in cybersecurity. You need to pick a niche. Like I said initially, it is good to wear many hats, but at the same time, start out with putting on a particular hat. Pick a niche: web security, cloud engineering, or cloud security engineering, security operation, and pen testing. Pick a niche. Upskill practically. Try Hack Me, Act the Box, play CTFs a lot, play a lot of CTFs, right? Play a lot of CTFs. And also build a portfolio. Get involved in writing projects, write-ups, and also pushing to GitHub repos. Now, post online consistently. It can only get better over time. It can only get better over time. You see, all these, I don't know what to see. Try to create a content calendar. Create a content calendar and try to have where you are going to. It is not hard. It is very simple. Come up with case studies. there are a couple of new things that I want to start doing, and I don't know, I've been trying to come up with them lately. But with time, I will start doing all of these things, and they are very, very different things and very niche in Nigeria. You understand? Come up with them, but be consistent. Keep showing up. It's not about the some people say it's not about consistency, it's about intensity. I don't even know what that thing is. I'm trying to motivate you guys. I don't even know the right word to use. But stay consistent, please. It's not about the intensity. It's not about coming in one day, doing things for 3 hours. Please do it for 1 hour one day and continue, please. Just stay consistent. Keep showing up. Even if it's just that you are there, you don't understand the course, please stay there. Do you understand? Just stay there. If you're trying to hack a box on Try Hack Me and you don't know how to hack that box, please go and watch videos on YouTube on how to hack the box. You are the one that hacked it eventually. Come up with a story on it, write it up, put it on YouTube, or you can even put it on LinkedIn. Nobody will come and tell you what you said is wrong. Nobody. The worst case scenario, you will learn from it. So I can't even keep saying this enough, but a lot of people need to know that this is how to put yourself out there. No, start applying smart for jobs. Don't just start applying for jobs. Code outreach to CTOs, to founders, referrals, LinkedIn message. All of these things are very, very important. This is what will make you stand out. Also, engage in community, give comments, collaborate, and volunteer. Please, you have to be very, very intentional about it. You have to be very, very intentional about it. You can set a reminder. I want to give one comment in one post today. That's fine. Move on for the rest of the day. Do you understand? So, I think I've given you guys a lot of gist around how you can get a job in cybersecurity, apply all of these things. And one thing I would say is you don't need to wait for permission from anybody. I said it. You don't need to you don't need to wait for permission from anybody. Show your value, build your brand, and opportunities will find you. People don't go, people headhunt now. You can be working in a company and somebody will come and meet you and be like, hey guy, what's up? Are you open for this role? How much are they paying you here? I'll pay you double. Let's go. Simple. Now that's because you've shown value. They know you can do that thing. So it's not even about you applying for roles anymore. See, it might get to a point where you'll be very valuable that people be like, can I pay this guy? Do you understand? Or can I pay this person? That is what it should be. It should not be a case of, what should I post today? What should I? Please. Anyways, key takeaways. Degree and certifications are not the only way in. Real world projects and visibility would give you opportunity. You can master that formula. Real world project plus visibility is equal to opportunity. And the unconventional way or the unconventional path is often the fastest and the most impactful way. You need to show up with intentions. You need to be very intentional about your growth in cybersecurity. And I think that's it from my end for this evening. So let me take the questions in the chat. My question: documenting labs I've completed via Try Hack Me, Hack the Box, or even just cybersecurity technical writing blogs that can label as a portfolio. Yes, they can. They can be labeled as portfolio. Yes, David. Also, what kind of portfolio would you label impressive for us pen testers? What do you mean by portfolio that I should label as impressive?
Okay, sorry. Okay, let me send the voice. So, I think when I answered the question, I was like, cause I watched the video and they were like, writing all these labs are like, generic, like it's as if you're like in a, it's as if you're like in a sea of like, I'm trying to do what everyone else does. So, I watched the video that said like, writing like about, writing about, well, let's say recent incidents, that kind of thing. But then, like, another thing I also think about is like recent incidents, like there are incidents that, like, let's say I write about something, I put it on my blog, maybe it happened like this week. By like maybe next month, it's no longer relevant, that kind of thing. So that I think that's what like I think I'm asking, what other kind of like maybe blog can like to have a very good portfolio basically. That's what I want to ask.
Okay, so if you write a story about something that happened this week, the following week it is no longer relevant. Okay, so recently I wrote about Davido and Don Jazzy. No, was it Davido and Don Jazzy? I think there was one post like that on my LinkedIn that I was talking about. See, me, I don't know, but You can come up with any creative way. I said storyline, like story writing method to, let's say, so people usually write what's it called? All these labs, all these write-offs, they write it like technical. You can write it in a meme way. I don't know if anybody's using Trove here. Have you seen Trove newsletter? They write it with memes. So you can come over and start writing your own with memes, and you have your audience for that. That nobody will want to miss, even if anybody knows that, okay, the technical write-up is somewhere, but they will not want to miss your own because of the memes in it. And it's not necessary that you just come up with write-ups and you start writing. If you notice that your audience are not coming for this, use another method. You can get logical ideas online about how you can do your stuff. It's not necessary that you just use one method. Okay, I'm coming up with technical write-up this week. The next week would be, oh, a major attack happened at so place, and these are the lessons we can learn from it. Now, for any startup within this range or members of staff, I would suggest you do also. Now, that's like a case study, not a write-up anymore. Now, whose problem are you solving? You're solving CTO's problem. You're solving startup's problem. What if somebody just call on you and be like, okay, why not just come in and just do this thing you asked us to do, and we'll pay you for it? Do you understand? At the end of the day, though, don't emphasize on payments, but then willing to get the experience while you're also building. Do you understand? So I think I've answered your question. When I say lab, that means room 2. I hear you. I thought the network is okay. It's serious job. Yeah, job hunting is his job. Interesting. I'm coming. I'll attend to that. Yeah, the session is on YouTube as well. Let me check. Michael, your hand is up. What do you say, David?
Can I ask a follow-up, though?
Okay, yeah. Michael, please hold on a second. Yeah, David, I'm waiting.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said she was okay. So, about LinkedIn stuff. So I feel like I've been creating content on LinkedIn for like a while, but I feel like it's not reaching my target audience, which is like hiring managers, like CTOs, and all these things. I think I have them in my connection and everything, but then I still feel like I know that I know obviously they won't engage, but then sometimes even if I check my analytics, I feel like they're not like like I feel like they're not seeing it. Like, cause like I mean, all these are posting it's not even reaching my target audience. So I mean, I've tried connecting with them. I've literally tried. Sometimes I won't try to like comment on their post, and So I think that's another issue. Like, it's as if I'm creating content and it's never reaching the core audience I really want. So that I think I wanted you to like. What do you like? Do you have any advice on that, basically?
Let me ask you a question. How many CTOs are you connecting with in a day?
Well, that's the thing. I think something. I think it used to be CEOs. It's not that I realized that CTOs are even the important ones.
No. Without CTOs, any C-level person, how many people do you connect with in a day?
Not a lot too. Not barely. Like not all the time.
Give me a number.
Not all the time. Like sometimes
up to 5. I said I can guarantee you are not connecting up to 5 people.
Exactly. No. The thing is that sometimes they send me connection requests, like rather. So he's making me not to reach out.
No, wait. Let me get you. If CEOs are sending you connection requests, trust me, they are following your content.
Not the CEOs, like different niches, not just CEOs, different niches, and that's all. Like, and obviously I can't accept all of them. I'm accepting the ones that I want in my connections.
Wow, I won't picky. Okay, no problem. Anyways, let me tell you one thing. You need to be very intentional about going for CTOs and CEOs, right? Going for CTOs and CEOs, decision makers in business, even in the niche that is not related to cybersecurity. Trust me, I go for them intentionally. And funny enough, on how when you connect with one CTO, LinkedIn is going to bring down a couple of people who are in that same field, who are like C-level. So I will connect with every one of them that they are mutuals. I would connect with all of them. Do you understand? And once I connect with all of, I don't even know how it is happening, but I know I connect with a lot of people. A lot of people. I send a lot of connection requests in a day. Once I have, like LinkedIn is like my WhatsApp. It is open in so many tabs. on my browser. So I cannot have LinkedIn open here, open here, open here. I'm not just talking about LinkedIn. You can use Twitter, you can use TikTok. What works for you? Fine. But even the CTOs and CEOs we're talking about, they also sit down somewhere to watch TikTok. So yeah, but I think that'll be it for this. Michael, you can speak up now.
Okay, it just based on can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so it just based on the building yourself initially before sending out your CVs or applications to people. So you mentioned about sending it even though you are not qualified for it. You should just apply for a job, even though you know you are not qualified. Or you need to first work on yourself. At least know that you know what you are doing to an extent before you start sending out your application to where you need to be. Or you just randomly gonna just send it, even though you don't ever have a clue of what you are doing, you just send an application.
Is that a question?
Yes, because you said it wasn't clear which one you are referring to.
Okay.
Prepare yourself before you go ahead, or just go ahead even when you are not prepared.
Okay. So let me answer from a point of experience. I know what I was doing when I got my job, when I got my internship. But this is what I mean. You will never get 100% of everything when you even get your first job. You'll be so shocked at the amount of learning you would have to do when you get your first job as a cybersecurity person. That's for someone that does not have like a job before. You will be so shocked. I mean it. You will be so shocked on what you have to know before you can even work in a corporate setting.
Yeah,
So
that's
when you start learning cybersecurity, let's say you are in 2 months, start applying for a job. If you are in 1 month, trust me, it's not like somebody will ask you what's cybersecurity at that point that you can't answer. Let's say this is me assuming you are doing 2 hours per day. You're learning 2 hours per day. At that point, the entry level roles, it's not like you can't apply for them. You can look at the job description. You can actually apply for them. But what I'm trying to say in essence by pushing you to go and apply for jobs is you need to fumble. You need to flop for you to learn. You need to make mistakes.
Know what you need to work on. Okay.
So that you can know what to prepare for. And I'm saying this from experience. I've taken on interviews I am not ready to do. Like I know they can't call me back, trust me. But I was like, okay, yeah, I'm here. And you know one funny thing? It's just like when you have a job and you're applying for another job. When they call you for interview, you kind of have a little bit of pride. I don't know if you notice. Compared to someone who does not know anything, like he does not have a job, this is his first job and he wants to come and apply for a role. There's a way you'll be shaking. But you go and you apply for a role that you know that you see this role, I'm not here to come and take the role. If they give me the role at the end of the day, fine, so be it. But this role, I'm here to come and learn how to answer interview questions. You will see the way you'll be doing because you are there to learn. Now, eventually, you might get the role. Lucky for you. But let's assume, okay, you want to interview me now, and I'm just here to learn how to answer interview questions because this is already my first month in the role. Now, my resume is not going to present as first month in the job. I mean, first month in learning cybersecurity, obviously, because I've been doing a couple of stuff even within that first month. If you put in 2 hours per day, that's 60 hours in a week. You've completed a couple of courses. But procrastination will not let a lot of us move forward because we see it as it's a lot. No, it isn't. Do you understand? 1 month into cybersecurity and you're willing to make changes, you would get this thing done. You would attend interviews. If you're ready, you would attend interviews. Not like interviews where they'll be asking you technical. No, I'm not talking about senior roles. Don't overdo. Just go for junior roles where they will ask you simple questions. And you see how HR is asking questions. You see how your technical recruiter is going to be asking you questions. And you'll be able to respond to them. But at the same time, before you apply for that job, you already know the basics. And even, even when you go for senior role, do you know the questions they will asking you are still like basic questions? Is when you now get to like, okay, round 2 interview or round 3 interview, where they now start giving you correct labs to do. Do you understand? So yeah, that's what I
I
mean.
got. Thanks.
Yeah. Olusegun, you want to go next?
Yes, yes. So the other time you mentioned something about connecting with CEO, CTO. So I just want to just ask if you can just give hints. Is it that we'll search for a specific company, then go to the LinkedIn in like section to check for the CTOs and start connecting with them, or like how can we like get to connect to reach out to like CTOs in a large like extent like that? So that's my question actually.
Okay. On my LinkedIn now, and let me show something. So let's say I want to work at Money Points, and I know Tosin and Yolanda is the CEO, and I know the CTO is this man. What's his name? Felix, I guess. I think Felix is his name. Yes. And so before I would tell you to reach out to those kind of people, but right now, at the end of the day, I got to learn something, which is most of the decision makers are not out there. Now, the CEO is a decision maker, the CTO is a decision maker, but there's always one key decision maker within the business that is not even out there. So this is what I would do let's say I want to work at Money Point. Now, this guy is a cybersecurity person. I don't even know if this person is on this call, but I'm just saying, for example, now this is Olusegun. This person works in security. This person is a technical support engineer. I think I have a couple of people that I can speak to. And Osaren, is also an information security person and this technical support person. So obviously they work in series of departments, right? Now, you know what I would do when I reach out to these people? I'll be like, we start talking vibe. Now, this is what you do. You don't come out right like say, oh, so you don't go like that. Connect with them, monitor them for like 2 days, say hi to them, interact with their posts, and just stay back. Now later they will view your profile, right? Now when they view your profile, don't do anything. Then like maybe next week I can say, hi, good afternoon. I hope you're good. I saw you're working on Money Point, this and that, this and that, this and that. So then you can come up with like a proper text, like, oh, I'm trying to know like who the decision maker is. Like if something wants to happen at Money Point today, who do you think would be the key stakeholder there to make decision? You see, our best bet is these three people. Trust me, one of them will give you an answer. Do you understand? One of them will give you an answer. You see that person will give you. Now let's assume the person is Tosin. Tosin and Yolanda. This person here. Sorry. So let's assume this is the person. Now, so I use a couple of tools, although those tools are kind of expensive. I used to get people's number and emails. But one of those tools you can use is Contact Out or Signal Hire. You see this tool, you install it as a Chrome extension, right? Now, when you install this tool as a Chrome extension, let's come back here. When you install this tool as a Chrome extension, I don't want to use it here. That's why I'm not using it now. When you install this tool as a Chrome extension, I won't use it now. I'm coming. Let me see the other extension installed. Give me a second. Where is it? Contact Out. I have a couple of extensions here. Okay, this is it. Let me turn it on. This is it. So this is Contact Out here. So you guys can see my entire screen. Here. I'm being very careful. So I don't share my entire screen. So you can use Contact Out. Mark here. I've sent it to the chat. You can use Contact Out. You can use Apollo, the trial version. Apollo.ai. Is it Apollo.ai? I'm not sure. But you can use Apollo. You can use Hunter.io. You can use the trial version as well. You should have to Signal Iron. Yeah, Apollo.io. Yeah. Thank you, David. Now you see this Contact Out. it would just pop up by this side of your screen. I don't know if you can see my so. You see, it will come up on this left-hand side of your page. Once you land on their link on their page like this, it come out on this left-hand side. Then it's going to ask, it's going to show. So you have I think 2 credits for phone number. No, I think 5 credits for getting people's number. So it will just show their number. And you can get their direct phone number. Show their email, you can get their direct email. Some people's email are hidden, you will never get it. But at the same time, you can still get it through some other. So now the key stakeholders there, one target them. Send them a well-detailed message. Now, don't write story. You will not read for long. The attention span is always within 3 seconds. The attention span is always what? 3 to 4 seconds. Now, this is, I'm giving you guys tea. The attention span is within 2 to 3 seconds because they are very busy. Do you get? So write this compelling message. You can use AI to come up with it, but it should be what you would also say. But AI is just going to, wrap it up in a very cool way. Now, once you do it this way, trust me, just sit back and pray to God. Sit back and pray to God. Now, don't just pray. I mean, talk to God. And let's see the miracle. But trust me, something good will happen. If you do this for 20 people, what's happening? What is happening? They will respond to you by God's grace. And it's not even like I'm being sarcastic. They would surely, one person would, somebody somewhere would just look at, who is this person? Now, when they check your message, some people would not respond to you immediately. Some people will be watching you. They will not even respond to you, but they will assign someone to be watching you, such that eventually they can bring you into their team. Because there's something we call wrong timing, where you would apply for a job or you speak to somebody about something, and at that time, they are not open to it. They just say, no, can't do that now. Maybe next quarter. You see that next quarter, let's assume you're already posting consistently. You're not posting because of this person. So you don't get disappointed. You manage your expectations as well. So you're not doing something just because you want to get output. You are doing it for yourself and you're doing it for your personal brand. Do you understand? So once you put it there and you are still posting and this person is getting notifications about you, they would feel they are even missing out for not having you on their team eventually. Do you understand? And this is where it comes in. You need to offer value to people. You need to offer them value. So yeah, that's it. You see now, what I've connected with Mr. Tosin, and now I have the group managing director for Rain Oil Limited. Let me check. I think I have a connection with this person as well. Okay, so I can send him a message, but my connection with him is still pending. And he has about 148,000 people. Do you see? And my connection with him is still pending. I sent him a connection request, I think way back as 3 weeks ago. Now, come back here. You see, we have Paul Adefarasi. This person. We have the CTO of Paystack. We have the co-founder. This is Felix, co-founder and CTO of Paystack of Money Points. We now have Owen Omogiapo, the president and the group CEO of Transcorp. Can you see? Now come down, click on show all. Can you see? Can you see? This is a pool of CTOs and CEO. Now this is Eniolua. What could be your point of contact with Eniolua? I don't know. I think Eniolua is on the island, and I'm not saying you should track it down or stalk him, but also try to go out as well. Because there are a couple of people who attend, or who always go to all this, what's it called? They have this coffee thingy. You see, the more you invest in it, the more you do all these things. And I'm not saying you should like spend a lot of money while trying to do this. A lot of us have ways we can get these things done. So it's not like our pocket are the same. You can't always go out every day, even for 9 to 5 percent. You can't always go because you need to go to the office, but you need to look for the way to, for a way to do it. So let's say you're choosing a Saturday, spend it at a cafe. Now just get coffee and sit. Now, what are you doing there? You want to connect. Please don't take coffee and continue working. And you now plug in AirPod. You now be like, I'm here to, please. If you are there to connect, you are connecting. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Michael. I'm a cybersecurity expert. How about you? That's how I start. See, if you do this consistently for the next 3 months, 6 months, you'll get something good out of it. Trust me. Even after a 9 to 5, they can still call you for contracts. Do you understand? So, but you need to be very intentional. A lot of these people are even open to speaking to people. A lot of these people are open, like someone like Tude Onokoya, the founder of Chess in Slum. They are open to talking to people. Ask Sultan is there. A lot of these people are open to talking to people, but you must offer them value. Now, you see, there are a lot of people here. Group CEO at Kuda, this is a Proco doctor. You can meet up with these people. Funny enough, you can get their numbers. Do you understand? If you're able to get their number, fine. You reach out to them. Hi, good afternoon, sir. My name is Susan. Okay, I saw you're pushing your product, our doctor. I don't know if you've considered like a security assessment for the product, and I'm just going to do it for you at a very affordable price. Bam. If it is possible, they let you know. I'm not saying you should go straight forward like that. You might be a little bit, you understand? So that's the way to be. And yeah, you're welcome. I've said a lot to do. I'm so tired. Anyways, I need to go now. I don't know if anyone have any questions for me. Can you imagine this guy? Oh my God. Yeah, I'm open to mentorship.
Thank you
If the person
for
is very, very serious. Yeah, Michael. If the person is very
guideline.
serious,
It was nice to hear.
so if the person is very serious, I'm open to mentorship. I mentor people as well. You can reach out to me
That's
via
it.
LinkedIn.
How do we reach you for mentorship?
You can reach out to me via LinkedIn. LinkedIn
Your
is
LinkedIn is okay.
I'll drop it in the chat. So I need to go now, guys. This is 9:18 Nigerian time. And thank you very much for attending today's session. I don't know, do you have anything in mind you'd like us to do for next session? Do you have anything in mind for next session? You can drop it in the chat. Bug hunting. Okay. Bug hunting. What else?
Well, I'm still new in the field, so I'm more trying to understand how the system works. Like so,
We do this every Friday for Abayomi. Michael, what did you say? You said you are new to the system, like you're new to cybersecurity.
yeah, I'm new to the system, so I'm trying to be more exposed to every aspect of cybersecurity to actually understand outside the lab we are exposed to, like the real world, like how is applicable to the real world. So the people that are already into this job, like what's their day-to-day activities as a cybersecurity personnel?
Okay. Let me explain it to you. You can go on YouTube and you can watch a video, all these videos that they will say a day in the life of a cybersecurity analyst. I think that will give you an insight into what they are doing.
Or rather, I think what he means is that day in the life, this day in the life, something. These people normally play. So I think actually this was the question. So I think what he means is like the same way now you might do labs. I think the same way you might do labs is like I want to ask like same way you might do labs. How do you do that in real life? Like, because I mean it's one thing testing and in a website that is meant to be vulnerable, but then there's another thing that. So I think that's another thing that's like my biggest concern. I'm like, I can be doing CTF labs or these, but then maybe they give me a real, a real secure website. How am I supposed to, do my pen testing in something that's supposed to be secure? So that's like another. I keep having this thoughts really.
Michael, is that what you're trying to say? If that's what you're trying to say, I think we can do something like that by next week. We'll look for a product to test, and then if we're testing that product, we can now choose. Okay, maybe we'll test that product. Then I'll tell you how you actually do it in real life. Because sometimes we're not trying to hack when it comes to your products. We're actually trying to assess your products to see if your product is good for users. Then if we're able to hack during that process as well, I think we can do something like that. Then we let's see. I'll think of something we can do related to that. But yeah. I think that's not this guy. Oh my god. We can do something like that by next week. I'll come up with something. I'm trying to look at I'll see if I can get someone who has a product to give us permission to test their product live, because that's one aspect I've been looking forward to doing, which is known to be more like product tech review from a security aspect. Yeah. So I would see about that, and probably I'll reach out to a couple of people who are interested in dropping their products for me to test live, and if they don't mind. So yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. That's absolutely fine as well. So bug hunting for next week. Maybe we'll do that for next week too. But bug hunting, bug hunting, bug hunting, bug hunting. So if for bug hunting, we would be looking at application security, because bug hunting does not really have to do with it doesn't really have to do with maybe network interface and all that, except you're on an internal network and they give you to carry out a vulnerability assessment or then it's majorly applications. And Hackrowd, Hackrowd. And before you can get invited on programs on Hackrowd, let me show you one thing. I don't know if a lot of people know that you must score 26 points there before Hackrowd will not start inviting you to programs. And the first program they will invite you will not be paid. So I don't know if you know this, but let me just put this out there for people to know. So on Hackrowd, you before you can now start getting invitation to program, you need to score at least 26 points. If I'm correct. Let me check. Okay, human.
So I'm trying to send the connect, but I think I hit my limit already.
Wow. Who is limit on connect sending? That's nice. Okay. So when you log into chat Hackrowd, you get to this part. I think it's under. Let's go into activity. No, it's not yet. Let me go to my dashboard. So I have Hacker dashboard, and where is it? Okay, under this section of learn how to hack, click on it, and this is it. So Hacker 101, you can open it in a new tab. Then this capture the flag. You click on it.
All right, good night, man.
Okay, now this is it. So whether you're started your hacker journey, or you're just looking for some new challenges, if this is your CTF, check out on how to play and all that. So you can log in and yeah. So let's just log in. So you see, you must score up to like 56 points to get eligible for invitation to private programs. And you solve CTFs. They were like new CTFs, but then back then, as 2019 or so, I was solving some of the CTFs. Can see them, and yeah. So you can also solve them till you get to like 56 points. You get invitations into program like this on Aka One. So they will invite you to program. The first program, trust me, you won't have to like pay for it. I mean, they won't pay you. It's based on reputation. And if you have this reputation, you might not even get a job in Nigeria anymore. We're talking about industry standard as well. Okay. So I think that's it basically, guys. I need to go now, and I'll stop sharing my screen now. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I've spent more than 1 hour here, and yeah, that's it basically. We could do mobile
Alright.
pen testing.
Thank you for having me.
Someone wants to say something. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, for mobile pen testing, I majorly do only like static analysis. I think the dynamic analysis for mobile application is crazy, but I do static analysis, which is just majorly like reverse engineering, breaking down the code, looking for hard coded strings in it. Yeah, I do that as well. I think that's it. Thank you very much, everyone. And yeah, things like this. But it's been a while I lay my hands on it. But if somebody should pay me to do now, I think I have a book I can quickly spin up. But it's only if you pay me to do this now, I'm gonna carry mobile pen testing. Or basically I can just use what's this thing called? There is a test case like that. There's a test case online for it. I use them when I carry out pen tests. So yeah, so when you see when pen test is different from hacking, it's different from CTF. You see, when you start working, or when you're working for an organization trying to protect their product, you see that CTF part of you start dying. You won't know how to play CTF that much anymore because you don't do it for the purpose of hacking an application. At that point, you're trying to protect the application. Do you understand? You're just doing it for like okay assessment, trying to see if this product is good for people to use, looking at things like MITM, cryptography level, all of those stuff. You all right? Broken authentication, broken authorization, broken object level authorization, all those stuff are things you start looking at for, not how to hack an application, change, take over, and all those things. No, no. Don't do that when it comes to corporate applications or products. So that's it basically. Thank you very much, everyone. I need to go now, and I'll catch up with you guys next week. So someone said we should be doing this often. Yeah, we do this often every Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. Live with Hackrowd. Peace out, guys. We'll catch up with you later.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.